Hello and welcome back to this Knife Pad. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with all your friends. So today we are going to be going over our Zacian V deck list along with Arceus and Dialga Palkia tag team card. So the main goal of this deck is you're going to first want to get out your ADP and you're going to want to use this Ultra Creation GX deck. This will allow you to do 30 more damage for the rest of the game and take an extra prize card, which is one of the best GXs, if not the best GX we've ever had. And then you want to go over to Zacian V. This will be main attacker / if you just don't really have anything to do, you can use its ability and put energies on it as however you want, as long as it's on the top 3 cards of your deck. And even if you don't get energies, then you get to put it in your hand. So its Brave Blade attack for 230 damage will be able to knock out most V cards, if not all V cards, and it will not be able to attack next turn, which is unfortunate, but it is a downside to it. So you can also attack with stuff like ADP, but you don't really need to, since that will really be gone by the time you have your Zacians up. So we're going to go into a versus mode here, and we'll see if we can get any wins. So make sure you guys can check out your Dedenne rewards here for the new versus, because that'll be a very, very expensive card. Even when rotation hits, you'll still want to pick a bunch of those up. So we are going to go select our ADP deck, and we're going to log into a game here. And we'll see if we can find an opponent now. And even a week later, still won't let me get anything. So we're going to go into here, and this person will be playing probably the Reshizard battle deck that came out a little while ago. So this is going to be a pretty predictable deck if we are correct about all the stuff in it. So it is our opponent's turn. He will choose to go first. And we are going to have to take a mulligan, which is unfortunate, but stuff happens, you know. So our opponent is going to get 2 basic Pokemon out, and we are going to shuffle our stuff back into our deck, and we are going to draw our brand new 7 cards. So that's actually a very good start. This will be able to put out ADP. And we have our others in our hand, but I do not like to put out our cards before we have them, because then our opponent can just guess what we have and they can probably play their turn accordingly. You want to be able to surprise them with that stuff. So he's going to play down a Reshiram and Charizard, and he's going to get Tag Call, and let's see what he's going to get here. And for those of you who have noticed here, because a lot of people have been messaging me saying this, I have changed my profile picture. So thank you guys for all noticing that. So he's going to pick up a Reshiram and Charizard and a Mallow and Lana, and he's going to put him back on the bench and attach an energy to the Volcanion, and we are going to pass the turn to us. So we are going to play down our Zacian onto the bench, and we're going to do the Oranguru, yeah, and then we're going to use our Zigzagoon, and we're going to put damage onto the Reshizard there. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to Professor's Research, and we're going to get rid of some of those cards, which it's unfortunate, but it's a sacrifice you need to be able to make. So we are going to attach our Water Energy to ADP, and we are going to use Energy Spinner to get a Metal Energy card here. And we're not going to use a Primate Wisdom because we need to make sure we have that energy for next turn so we can use ADP's ability. So we are going to use Zacian's ability, no energy cards, but we still get a bunch of cards we can put in our hand. And that will be the end of our turn, and it will now be our opponent's turn. So he will draw his card here. Let's see what he's going to do. So he does have the 10 damage on the Reshizard, but that does have Vitality Band on it. So if he's going to use it, then he might bring up that. So he's going to use Green's Exploration. He's going to search for 2 of any cards that he wants in his deck. And obviously, we will be able to see them. My mistake. He can pull out an Energy Spinner and a Giant Hearth. Unfortunately for him, though, he will not be able to Welder this turn, so he will not be able to get all the stuff on there. So he will get Fire Energy with the Giant Hearth, and he's going to get 2 Fire Energies there, again, with the Giant Hearth. And he's going to attach energy to his Reshizard. He's going to use Fire Starter. And he's going to attach an energy to his Reshizard. So it is now our turn, and we are going to attach Metal Energy to Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia. And Now, I don't know what we should do here. This is very interesting because we could use our professor's research and we could get a brand new cards, but we would be discarding a lot of cards. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to play down our Zacian. We are going to we're going to scoop up net our Zigzagoon. We're going to play down a Zigzagoon again, and we're going to put damage onto our Reshizard on the bench. And we are going to use Professor's Research. Why not? We will draw a fresh new hand of 7 cards. And yes, this is actually very good. So we will be able to use our Metal Saucer onto Zacian, which is very good because we'll be able to get that energies on there, which we need so very much. And we'll be able to use Ultra Creation GX. So we will be doing 30 more damage and taking an extra prize card for the rest of the game, which is very, very good for us. So he is going to use Welder onto his Charizard, which will now have 2 energies on it. And if he can get off an attachment for a turn here, which he will because of his Giant Hearth, then he will be able to attach onto the Volcanion, and he will be able to use his attack onto our ADP here. But that is okay, because we will be able to bring up our Zacian next turn. So we will bring 2 Fire Energies there. And he's just going to use Fire Starter, which is a very interesting move from him. Which means, for us, he could have just retreated there, but he is going to choose not to. So we are going to use Boss's Orders, and we are going to bring up that Reshizard there. And we don't have any energies here. So we're going to have to find a way to get those. So we are going to get rid of a Metal Saucer with our Quick Ball here. See what we can find. So we got an Oranguru. So let's see if we can get energy from that. So we're going to use our Oranguru, get rid of the Metal Saucer. And we did. We got an energy from it, which is very nice. You love to see stuff like that happen. And we are going to use our Primate Winsome here. And we are going to get rid of the Quick Ball to get that Metal Saucer back. And we are going to use Ultimate Ray. And we're going to do 180. I'm sorry. So he has 200 damage on there now. And we are going to use our attack here to put 3 energies onto our Zacians on the bench so we can start powering them up. And this was a very poor play from our opponent last time because now we will be able to not cut the Reshizard unless he retreats or anything, which is going to be very unfortunate for our opponent, not for us. It will be very good for us because we'll be able to take 4 prize cards for him, remember, because of our GX attack here. He's going to use Cynthia and Caitlin, and he's going to discard his Malamana, and he's going to get a Welder, and it's going to go into his hand along with 3 cards. He is going to reset Stamp us, but that is not really much of a bad thing because we have a terrible hand anyways. And we got an energy card, even better. So he's going to use Quick Ball, and he's going to get rid of a Green's Exploration and get another Volcanion, which is very odd that he will be getting 4 of those on his bench. But he will be using Flare Starter, 240 damage, but not enough to knock us out. And we are going to attach an energy to our Zacian, and we're going to Oranguru. We have 3 switches. We don't need it, so we're going to see if we can get something else. And we got a Viridian Forest. We're going to use that because he won't be able to get as much energies with his, Heat Fire, because he will only be able to get 1. So we are going to use Ultimate Ray for him, and he's going to do 180 damage. And we're just going to take the Water Energy, and we don't really have anything that we can attach it to because our Zacians won't do anything with it. So we're just going to put it onto the Oranguru. We can energy switch it if we need to. So that will go into the discard pile, and we will be taking 4 prize cards because of our GX attack, which will be upsetting if he brings up his Reshizard, because then we will end up taking an 8 prize game, which is not something good. But he will bring up his Volcanion. I don't think he realizes that that will be a 2 prize card here, although it will be able to knock out our ADP, which is unfortunate, but we'll be able to bring up our Zacian. So let's see who he's going to welder him onto. He's going to welder him onto the Reshizard. And he's going to switch into the Reshizard here. So not as bad as I thought. So he's going to use Flare Strike, though, for the 230 damage, which is fine. It's fine. And he will take 3 prize cards. So we're going to bring up our Zacian here. And let's see what we want to do. Okay. So, alright. So we're going to use Ornguru's Primate Wisdom. And we got a Zacian. Nothing really can help us here. So, we are weak to fire. So he just used Flare Strike. And, okay, so we're just going to attach the big charm to them, just to make sure. And, yep, we're just going to use our Blade Braid attack here. And we're going to do 260 damage, just a little bit under the amount that we would need in order to KO that card there, which is unfortunate, but sometimes things happen. So he's going to attach his energies to the Reshazard here, and he's probably going to use his GX attack here. Yep, he's going to use Double Blaze GX for 600 damage with the weakness, which is, I mean, in my opinion, a bit overkill, but we will be able to knock out his Reshazard here with the energy. We'll attach, and we will use Brave Blade for the knockout on the Reshiram and Charizard for the win and the game. So we will be seeing a victory here on our game that we will be playing. Unfortunately, this game has taken quite a long time, so we will only have time to play one game, but it was a very good showcase of this deck on how good it is. And even to end off the video, we will have a little gift here from 50 Pokecoins, which is very nice. You always like to see that. Alright guys, so hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions or just want to spark a conversation, be sure to leave in the comments below. And like always, have a great rest of your day.